Nscaler454 here, welcome back to the channel. In today's video, we're actually going to place some structures in our refinery section, but I also want to lay some pavement surfaces and some roads, and I don't really know where to start, so stay tuned and we'll figure this out. Now, if you hadn't noticed, I already did the weathering on the two large storage tanks, as well as the weathering on the loading facility, and I think it looks pretty good. If you want to check out the weathering videos, head on over to my Patreon. Those videos are public. But for now, I'm going to, start putting some buildings on the layout and just kind of get an idea of where everything's going to sit. So I have it all laid out as a test to see how it looks, and I definitely like it. It looks pretty good with it all set up. It is quite busy, which is what I'm going for, but maybe it even needs to be busier. Like, I feel like there should be something here, and maybe something over here. I know I'm going to put some pipes in the middle, which hopefully in this video you'll see. I have to keep in mind that once I put some ground cover and trees and all that stuff, it is going to fill it in quite a lot, but there's a few spots that I'm thinking maybe needs some changes. The oil refinery, which unfortunately is falling apart. It's like all the glue has decided to fail, so I'll have to repair that. I don't know if I keep it in this orientation or if I flip it 180 degrees and have it the other way. And this loading section or the loading facility for the semi-trucks, I might have to go back a little bit, in which case I have some plaster I'd have to remove. Not a big deal. This building for loading boxcars, the roads are all going to filter into like a parking lot right here. I definitely want another building to be over here with another set of tracks that go side by side, or maybe on an angle or something. But I don't know what that's going to be yet, but I definitely want something there. And then I have this storage tank, which is made by Bachman Plasticville. And when I bought this, like 4 or 5 years ago, whatever the heck it was, I thought it was going to be big for N scale, but compared to the ones that I made, significantly smaller, right? So, also, that light, I thought, oh, that's cool. That light would be like 2 or 3 feet in diameter in real life, so it's massive. So if I decide to keep this and install it, I think I'm going to pop the light out and just 3D print my own top and go from there. But I have to decide, do I want to install this, on the layout in the oil refinery section, something like that? Or do I have this as a fuel storage for the diesel locomotives once I have my, my yard set up on the other half of the layout that's not even built? So do I do that? Or do I use these, which I think would look really, really cool and definitely would be fitting? So I'm not sure. But that's why I lay it all out and kind of see how it looks like in real life and get a flow for it, because I have some ideas and I have to make a few decisions, so we'll figure it out. But I got to find out what I'm going to do for the placement of these more accurately so I can start laying down some plaster for some pavement.
3 weeks later.
So I decided to design a fuel loading center for semi-trucks, which will go right beside the 2 smaller storage tanks. I designed it in Fusion 360, and now I'm ready to go ahead and print it, and hopefully it looks just as good or better in real life. So I've completed the design of the truck loading facility, and as you can see, I've printed it and painted it an aluminum color, which I think it looks pretty good, but not everything is perfect because this wire channel right here there was still resin inside of it when it was cured, and so it solidified, so I had to drill that out and figure a way to get a wire in there, which was not easy because I didn't have the right size drill bits, and you know, it's just very difficult. Not to mention there's a bit of an S bend inside of here, so that was a challenge. And right now I can get one pair of wires through here, but I need to get two, so I still need to do some work, and hopefully I can get that to work for us. The roof, this is actually design number 2, because this one right here, if you can see that, there's a significant amount more of warp on this one. And what I did is there was a gap between all the, you know, cross bracings here and these big braces here. And so what I did was I just made that all one piece. And then also I raised this channel in between so it contacts these other braces, and it's much, much more sturdy. And I've painted this black. So when I put the wires in here and the lights go in, hopefully that's not going to bleed through the top, at least not nearly as much as some of the other projects I've done. I've also put a little bit of silicone, like some like gasket maker, in here where the lights go. Again, just some extra protection to keep the light inside the area that I want and not coming through the roof itself. So that's that. I still need to paint the top, which will probably be a white color like I've done before. For now, we are going to work on these, and I'm probably going to start with painting all the handrails a yellow color. It took all of about 30 seconds for me to paint my fingers. But anyways, I'm using Tamiya's Lemon Yellow, code X8. Typically I thin this with water, but I might use some of Tamiya's X20A. I do know that this will keep the gloss a little bit better than rubbing alcohol or isopropyl alcohol. Otherwise, water does work just fine. Should we do the hard side first? Let's do the easy side, I guess. Chickened out. So our truck fueling station is complete, and I am really happy with this one. You can see the lights are working. The details, I feel, are pretty darn good overall. I like the concrete pad, which you can see I put a no parking zone right here, which there was some bleeding with the white from the tape lines, which, you know, that's kind of a drag, but I tried to patch it up and throw some weathering on it, and I think it turned out okay. It's not too much of a, you can hardly notice it now, so I like that. But yeah, I'm pretty happy with this one. So with it done, I can now throw it on the layout. Yeah, buddy. That is what I'm talking about. That has definitely filled out that section right there, but in an appropriate refinery kind of way. So this would be fed from those two tanks right there, which makes sense, and obviously this guy from these two tanks. So it all kind of works. I still don't know what I'm going to do about this section right here, but I'm not going to worry about that right now because, well, that just took way too long. And I can tell you right now, I am not going to get to the roads in this video, which, you know, I'm sorry, but like I said, that just took way too long and I have to get something out for you guys. So I think in this video, we are just going to focus on those pipes that are going down right there, and that should be enough to close out this video. So I made an assortment of supports and pipes to connect it all together, and also some little stairs. And it all goes with some 047 piano wire. Well, what do you guys think? I think it looks awesome. I love it. I think overall the whole thing is starting to come together just like I had in my mind, which is pretty amazing. I think that the truck fueling center is really a great addition to, I don't know, just making the whole thing look more like an oil refinery. I mean, leave a comment. What do you guys think? Is it, you know, pretty realistic, or is it completely far-fetched? I mean, it's always a balance between, you know, your modeling and prototypical, but overall, it's hitting the vibe that I want, so I am pretty ecstatic right now. There's lots to do, so, you know, Can't stop just yet. Hopefully in the next video I can actually get some roads in. But right now, I am happy. But I have to go and edit this video to get it out for you guys. And if you like this video, hit the thumbs up, subscribe, and thanks for watching.